All right. Hello. Happy Monday, everybody. Hey, y'all. Hey, you know how I like to start off. How's everybody doing? Hope your week is off to a good start. I know mine is because I'm here with all of you. If you don't know, this is Monday Moments with your girl, Mojo. Every Monday, I ask y'all to have a moment with me and a special guest as we help you find your mojo. Today, we are blessed with the lovely presence of Roz Kelly, and she's going to tell us about her journey as a marathon runner. And if y'all have been with us before, you know I like to start off the hour with a cocktail. I like to start off the hour happy and then get on into the conversation. I'm gonna give y'all a couple few minutes to join because it's just 8 o'clock on the dot right now. So I'll give y'all a couple few seconds to join in. Hey, Blissful K, thanks for joining. If y'all don't know, I am streaming live from YouTube at FYM with Maisha and on Instagram at Mojo295. So like, follow, share, tell your friends. We are talking about how to find your mojo through marathon running today and all the stuff that's added to it. So I'll give y'all a few minutes to join. As the conversation progresses, feel free to have questions, put questions in the chat, make some comments. We are here for all of the things and we will answer all of the things if we can. So, Roz, welcome. Thank you for joining. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling marvelous.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
if I if I felt any better, I would have to kiss myself.
All right. All right. That sounds good to me. Today, y'all, if y'all just joined it, I'm making I decided to make a fall punch. A fall punch has apple cider. I like the cloudy apple cider, but when you go to the bodega, you stuck with whatever they got. So I got apple cider that's not so cidery. I'm gonna make it. The base is gonna be a little vodka, a little Tito's, gluten-free Tito's. Then I'm gonna top it off with a little ginger beer because I love a bubble in my cocktail, and I think that's what makes the punch punch is a bubbly, right? I think so. And I'm gonna do a little champagne. I try to make the ingredients easy, stuff you might have around the house, and also a little theme. I like the Mojo fire, so that's what I'm making today. Mojo's autumn autumn punch. So y'all join all in, y'all chime in. I'm gonna start to drink up, give y'all time to chime in. Oh, Kayla said she was just thinking. My niece Kayla said she was just thinking that she wants to run a marathon.
Oh,
Hi,
nice.
Sharon Marcus. Yes.
Ask your questions, Kayla.
Well, you came to the right place because I think she has all of the things for you. She gonna talk about her starting line, her current line, and how to get you to your starting line. But before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and start the cocktail up so we get the conversation going. She look quick, Kayla already asking you questions before I even asked you a question.
I
Look,
can't see the questions. Can
it's
I see?
all right. I'm gonna tell you, but I'm gonna wait.
Okay,
I'm gonna make my cocktail first, and then I'm gonna
okay, go make your cocktail. See, my
What you
cocktail.
are
My
you
cocktail
sipping?
is done. My
You
cocktail is
sipping
done.
on anything? What you sipping on?
I'm taking on some boca. They call it kabaka, island, island mango.
Island mango. I like that. I like a mango.
Yeah, I'm not ready for the fall yet.
All right, you know what? You still ready for the island. I like that. I
No,
appreciate
yeah,
that.
I'm ready to travel. So,
Right, me too. Never too far away from that. All right, so y'all, I did two shots of the vodka. Now I'm gonna do two shots of the apple cider. I'm gonna shake that on up. I'm gonna pour it in my spooky glass because you know I love a good theme. So I'm keeping the Halloween theme going for the whole month. I even got my ghoul friend candle lit, but y'all can't smell that because y'all online. So anyway, yes, two shots of apple cider. I like the cloudy one if you have it. If you don't, go on and get the clear one like I have. Two shots of the vodka. I'm gonna shake it up and then I'm gonna add my bubbles and we're gonna get to our bubbly conversation. Hey Chola. All right, I'm shaking her up real good. I got my spooky glass just so
oh,
I
nice glass.
it makes me happy. A girlfriend of mine bought these for me. So I'm gonna pour her in. She looks like the right kind of fall color.
Yeah,
Mhm.
really does.
Looks like the right thing to do. Then I'm gonna just add a little bubbles. Hopefully I can open the bottle because sometimes that's been known to happen. Can't open a bottle. You gonna see? Oh, look at that. It's happening.
Oh, they have screw off champagne bottles now, huh?
And the
Oh,
cute little ones, because I only need a little
that
couple.
one. Yeah,
Right?
right.
And if you open a big bottle, they say you could put a spoon in it, it'll save the bubbles, but I don't know how true that is. All right, there's my little champagne, and here's my little Beaver Tree is my favorite ginger beer. So I'm gonna put a little pour of that. I'm gonna garnish it with an apple because that's my favorite thing to do. A little garnishment. It's the right thing to do. Here we
Nice.
go. All right.
So
So
let's see what it looks like.
look how pretty.
Nice. That looks Pauly. That looks real
Right?
Paul.
It's
That
autonomous.
glasses. The glass is slamming.
I feel like
Like,
I'm doing the right thing. Oh,
yeah,
Roz, Vicky says hello. It's from 24-hour Inglewood.
right. Yeah, that's hi, Vicky.
Yes, yes. All right. Well, cheers, everybody, and Roz. Happy Monday.
Yes.
Thanks for joining. And it tastes good too. I'm happy to report because I didn't try this one out first. This was a tester. Champagne is a little dry. I could have picked a sweeter one, but it's not bad. The apple cider makes it do what it do. So once again, Ross, thank you for joining us. Miss Ross, I don't even know what to call you because I've known you for so long and I met you in
That's
all
I'm
the
telling you.
so
Everybody call me.
it's
Everybody
Ross.
call me Ross.
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 Right. Ross.
Ross.
Is that short for Rosalind or is it
Yes, sure.
okay. With a Z. Ross with a Z.
Ross with a Z. No, but Roslyn with the S.
Oh, you see that? All right. I'm asking important questions.
Roslyn, not Rosalyn. Roslyn.
Roslyn. All right.
Uh,
Well, Roslyn, thank you for
Ross.
joining. Happy Monday.
Okay, thank you.
Please tell a little. We're gonna start off just telling the people a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you live, what else you want to share besides the marathon. Before we get into the marathon part, Mama, your
Yeah. Yeah, well,
profession. Who you want to
I'm
say?
a grandma at 8. Got 8 grandchildren from ages
Oh,
from ages
wow.
10 to 27. I think I got
Wow.
that right.
Grandchildren.
Grandchildren. Yeah,
10 to
10 to
27.
27. 10
Wow.
to
Okay.
27. So I got 8 of them, and they're just magnificent. I think 4 of them, no, one, two graduated from college, 2 are in college,
Okay.
2 are in high school.
Wow. Okay.
So, and their birthdays September, October, November, December, January, February.
Oh, wow. You got all the things covered, it seems like.
Everything covered. Everything covered.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm a certified fitness instructor and a certified running instructor and cycling. And so that's what I do. And I'm an author, a speaker, and of course, a marathon runner. 61 marathons,
61 marathons. Look at that there.
including all 50 states. I've run a marathon in all 50 states.
All 50 states.
And now I'm just getting ready to. I'm a by trade. Really a triathlete who went into running. So actually a triathlete. I swim, bike, and run. That's where I started. And
That's
then
where you started. Okay.
I started as a triathlete. I am a triathlete. So I swim, bike, and run. And the back end of a triathlon is running. And I joined the running club. When I joined the running club, I heard all these people running, and I got caught with the bug. And next thing I know, I'm running around the country, around the world. So I'm excited that I run. I'm getting ready to run. I'm scheduled to run the Boston Marathon. It's 130th anniversary next year.
130th anniversary. Wow. And is this the first? This not so that since you've done all 50 states, it's not your first time running the Boston Marathon.
Yes, it is.
It is.
The Boston Marathon. They call them the majors. There's 6. Well, now there's 7, but they're the 6 original majors, the biggest marathons in the world.
Oh.
And so, we call them the stars. So going after the stars. I have my last star, my 6th star, which is Boston. And so the 6 largest, and not in anywhere, is New York, It's New York, Chicago, Boston, Tokyo, Berlin, and London.
Okay.
So it's not in that order how which one's is first. I think New York may be the largest. Boston is the oldest. It's the first. It's the most
Oh, okay.
prestigious. It's the most prestigious.
And you have to qualify to get in the Boston Marathon, right?
All of them you must.
All of them, the big six.
You have to qualify, raise money. You just can't just go like,
You can't just say,
oh,
"Oh,
you just can't go get your application. I'm running next week. No, 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 not them.
all
No,
right." It's an
no.
application,
It's
even.
an application.
You don't sign up. You apply. You should
You
make
have
that
to apply.
clear. Yes.
Yeah, there's different criteria to get into all of them. And Boston, like I said, it's an application. It's with charity, and I'm excited. I think I've just announced that I got accepted into a charity, the National Braille Press. So that's hot off the press. I just got accepted a couple hours ago. So I'm
Nice.
excited about
Congratulations.
that.
National
And
Braille Press.
yeah, that's for the blind. So
That sounds
and
right.
it's so funny that the New York Marathon in 2024 on the back of their medal they have it in Braille.
Oh, okay. All right.
So this was the 2024 medal. In the back says together we finish. That's what it says in Braille. So I'm excited about that.
Well, now that we've talked about your most recent accomplishment, what about why don't you take us to the beginning where your starting line was?
Okay, my starting line. What was my starting line was my starting line was wanting to be able to finish the triathlon faster because my swimming was not my strongest suit. So
Mm-hmm.
it took me a lot of time to get out the water.
Okay.
So, but when I got on the land, the bike and the run, it was over. So I
Okay.
wanted to get faster there. So my starting line really started there, but really the other starting line is when I decided that I wanted to run the marathon in all 50 states. And
Okay.
that's getting into the running club. And how it happened was that um in the running club, I hear they running 80 something marathons and this and that. And anyway, I said, I would love to run all 50 states. And someone said, you better do it before you get too old.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't quite understand.
Let me ask you this: have you been a fitness person for your entire life? Is this something that came later? Like, how did you even get involved with being able to
Right.
run a triathlon? That's no small feat either. Just being in that.
Well, I think, first of all, no, I was not a
Mhm.
runner.
Okay.
I was not a bike rider.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't run, no bike ride. Matter of fact, my brother is a Marine, and he
Mm-hmm.
laughs till the day he can't believe that I was even running because, you know, um, living up from Essex County, living I was in Orange. I was just to watch them. I thought they were crazy, and I thought anybody, and this is ludicrous when you be running like that. So no, no, that was like ludicrous. But you know what happened is that my husband passed away. You probably knew my husband too. Yeah, my husband passed away, and I was his best customer. He was a cook, and I was his best customer. So
Mm-hmm.
I ate all his food. So after he passed away, I decided to, once I got the courage to go to the gym
Okay.
and to work out. Once I got the courage, it sounds pretty now, but it wasn't quite that pretty then.
Mm-hmm.
Once I got the courage, I decided to start going to the gym, and I
And was this after you said after he passed away?
after he passed away.
Okay.
Yeah. And after he passed away, I had already left corporate America because I was in corporate America for 30 something years and a C-suite. So I said, hey, I decided I wasn't going back. So I decided, let's see. So anyway, I had this personal trainer that required that. He said, well, what aerobic thing you going to do? I said, what do you mean? I thought we just going to lift some weights or something. He said, no, you want to get on the elliptical? You want to and I was with Bally's where they had a track around the gym. It's not
Okay.
there anymore. That it doesn't even exist anymore. And so I said, well, I'll just run. Mojo, I couldn't run from one side of the room to the other. I'm saying I couldn't go from one side of the room to the other, but I had to run. So, and
So
after a while,
you chose running for some
huh?
reason. You just decided
Well,
to run.
one minute. I figured it was around the track. I figured that was the easiest thing inside of the gym. Was short. It was like point something something. It was short. I figured, I could at least walk, but I couldn't imagine myself pushing myself so hard on the lift. I had the choice. The choices wasn't great. You had the elliptical, you had the stairmaster, or you had running, or you had the bike. I wasn't doing any of it. Oh, it seems like it's so much easier just to use the legs.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay, well, I didn't start off running because I couldn't, I start off like walking.
Okay.
So that's how it started. And then after a while, I got down and I took, always could find a buddy. So I found this guy, he was there, buddy. We used to go out running. After a while, I got lighter. Then I would go out with, he would do a lot more running than I would do. I would do like more walking than running.
Okay.
And then after a while, that's how it just evolved. It just
Mm-hmm.
evolved. And I kept the consistency. And then I joined the club. Then I became someone said something about a triathlon. I became a tri woman, and there was some amazing women who were amazing athletes who taught me how to be a triathlete, so I was a trained triathlete, and some of my friends, we even went away to triathlon clubs. So we learned how to really do try. So that's where I'm going back to triathlon. So that's my love.
You're going back to triathlons? That's what you
After I
said?
finished
That's
this,
your love. Okay.
I'm going back to do tries. Yeah.
Once you did start running, what did you like so much about it? Or do
Um,
you still running? Clearly.
well, it was when you first started out. Well, it was a challenge. See, I was trying to do 50 marathons. I was trying to run the 50 states because I thought that was intriguing. And I
It
found a friend. Well, I was looking for somebody. Everybody told me no until I ran. In the running circle, what makes the running community so beautiful? You run into people. And
is.
I just uh, was asking. Everybody said no, no, no,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, you was asking everybody.
I was asking, just
Right.
like I'm gonna be asking for my fundraiser. I was asking everybody.
Okay.
No, no. So I asked this one friend of mine. Her name is Robin Jordan. We run. We don't run together. She's a lot faster. We meet each other at the finish line. We go together. I said, well, I never will forget. It was 2016. I said, Robin, I said, would you like to run the marathon all 50 states? She said, that's a great idea. I said,
Mm-hmm.
"Hmm."
Okay.
This is
Well, how
20.
long did it take before you found the person to say yes to the dress?
I don't know. I don't know. I was just asking. I have no idea how long it took. I was kept asking you just keep running to this. Well, one of she would.
Mhm.
So um she said yes. And she said, yes, that's it. She said, that would be a great goal. I can run by the time I'm 50.
Okay.
Both our birthdays are in March. Hers is March 22nd. Mine is March 18th.
Okay.
That was 3 years. I said, do you have to meet that schedule?
3 years with the state.
she said, no, no, she was lying. Let me tell you. So
Mm.
that is how it really manifested itself because she was much younger. She did all the driving and we ran all 50 states. Matter of fact, I will never forget. I was at Tobacco Road in North Carolina doing a run, and it hit me that in 2019 I was not going to be any combination of 50, and then I didn't have to finish with her March.
You see? You see? How about that? How about that?
I'll go head on. So she finished March 18th,
Mhm.
2019. It was my birthday. It was her 50th race,
Okay.
and we ran in sand in the Baton, New Mexico.
Okay.
Right. So we did that one together, and she finished. And I had 8 more marathons to do after that, and I finished 7 between March and July
Oh, still 2019.
2019. I finished
Okay.
between March and in June.
Okay.
And then the last one I did August. So we finished August 20. I finished August 2019. She finished March 2019.
Now tell me, rewind a little bit, because you said when you first started running, you were just walking around that track. So take us through a little bit of how that progression works. So you walked around the track for how long, and then you walk around. Like, what was that like?
Well, before at the time I first started running, I wasn't a certified running coach. So everything I did was incorrect. Everything was wrong.
Mm.
Everything was wrong.
Mm.
It didn't have to be that painful.
Well,
So
maybe I need a running coach, because I never had a coach. I just started running.
right. No, and then what happened once I was certified as a coach and understand the anatomy of the body, and I'm a Myers-Briggs practitioner in my book Know Thyself, and you get to understand who you are and how you work and how you process, and what your life movement is. Running becomes, that's what my company is, let's run for fun. Running becomes fun.
Okay, so I wanna go back there, but I still wanna go back
Okay.
still to how you started running from the walking, even when you were doing it wrong. Like what?
Yeah, well, what happened? What happened is, you hear that thing called the runner's high.
Yep,
You
I know about
just
life.
and you're just in the momentum. In the beginning, you're just with everybody else. You're just running. Everybody's running, and you have this crowd, and it become you just doing it. I have arthritis in my fingers because I was out too cold and froze up years ago. This is before 2011, because my first marathon was the Marine Corps in 2011.
Okay, because I was gonna ask you that. Was because
Yeah,
where
my
I mean,
first.
what did it go to 5K to 10K
Yeah, we
to
was,
half to marathon? Or did you just run a marathon?
no, no, no. We went to halves, a lot of halves, a lot of 5Ks. We did a lot of, when you're in a running club, you become you. There's just a different running clubs have different nomenclatures. You in a running club, they're running races, you're running together, everybody, so that's how you could create the running community. So that's, you just had a community. You just went with this one, and I had a coach, a mentor. Her name was Joanne Coffey. She was one of the fastest women at that time in New Jersey. And so you just have people that drag you along, and you just go. There's no lot of thought about it. And after a while, when you start running distance, we start running distance. And then that's when I went into the coaching. I realized that you can tear the body down. And what happened, that's how people get burnout. So my thing is that I've run injury free and not get burned out.
Well, you have to tell me some more about that, because I was a dancer, so that's what I knew. But once
Uh-huh,
I got older, it wasn't as many places. Like I still dance at church, right? But
uh-huh.
it's not doesn't give you a lot of opportunity in terms of like keeping fit and staying fit. So then I started going to the gym. But then I was like you, like run, what cardio? I mean, between that stepping thing and running, those were my two least favorite things to do. So I started walking first, and then Katora doesn't. I don't know if she even knows this, but I joined Black Girls Run in New Jersey,
Right.
Black Jersey
Uh-huh.
section. So I walked
Listen
first.
there.
I was like, oh, maybe I could run. So I would each day I found myself running a little more. But then I just started running, and then the pandemic happened. So I had a trainer in the gym, but then when the pandemic happened, I was running at home. And I had more time on my hands, clearly. So I was running longer and longer and longer and longer. But then when I got back to work, I wasn't able to run as long because time didn't allow. But I'm like you. I think I know I'm not running correctly. So now, like I shared with you earlier, now my hip is hurting. I'm cold.
Yeah.
I can't run 7 miles. I was running just because I had the time. I don't know what's happening. So apparently, I need a running coach. But then I said all that to say, what happened that you figured out that you needed a running coach?
Well, when you get running certification, you that's like a whole that's a whole school of training that's really in depth with the anatomy of the body. It's a lot, a
How
lot.
did you even know that? Did you needed a certification because you wanted to start running marathons? So is that how?
No, because when you're in the run, no, when you're in the running community, you have people who are they are running coaches in those communities.
Okay.
And in this particular club that I was in was 43. They used to do often running classes, and
Oh,
there were running coaches. So when you're in the community, I ran with Black Girls Run too, and I'm like in like three clubs. I'm not just in one running club because all the running clubs have their own different feel and movement. So 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 you learn. So you're in there, but they were already coaches there. So that's when I knew to get my certificate. That's when I decided to get certification. I'm with the RRCA, Road Runners Club of America. So I'm certified with them. So that's a whole training, just like in the fitness arena for cycling, for biking. All of us, even the ones in Peloton, you don't just join. You have to be certified. It looks like we just be guessing and everything. It just look like, and we like it to look like, oh, well, no big deal.
right.
Everybody can do it. But there's some ways so that you don't get injured. And so, and I've worked with a lot of different running coaches, so I know a lot of different techniques and what works for some one person may not work for another person. Depends on their personality and what kind of work you do. But after the pandemic, like with everybody, we stopped. We were out. Everybody was out. We were running because keep in mind the blessing was that because I was with this crazy Robin Jordan, we finished in 2019. Had we not, 2020, everything stopped. And a lot of the races going around, when you're running around the world, you don't know which ones will come back. And
Mm-hmm.
racing has gotten so much more expensive than what it was when we were running before
Right.
the pandemic. So it was just good that we had finished when we did, but we were running, but no one ever thought that the pandemic was going so long.
Right. Right.
And I was with another girl, April, and everybody teases us till the day. Me and April was out there every day. We know everybody in the neighborhood. Everybody know us. The horns were beeping and blowing. We
I
know
mean,
everybody, right?
yeah, I like outside. I'm an outside runner for
Yeah,
sure.
and so
Most
we were
people
outside.
even live
After a while, we stopped running because
hmm
we started walking because it wasn't good. So, but we never stopped. And I think that's the one thing I talk about in my book too, is the consistency. She
Yeah.
and I never stop. You may not do as much, but you never stop.
I'm glad you said that. I know I'm not supposed to ask the questions for the people, but because as of late, like I don't run, like I said, I don't have as much time. I have to be in the office more. I used to be able to stay home all 5 days of the week. Now I have to go into the office 2 or 3 days. So I don't even have the time to run, but I'm still outside. Like you said, even if it's a walk, even if I have to do 30 instead of 60 minutes, I'm outside because I gotta
Right,
be inside. I already built a habit. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
right, right.
You're so
And
right.
if you do, if and that's all you have. You have to work, and that's when I do the personalities. You have to work where your personality is, right?
Okay.
Then at that time. And if you understand who you are, you can better manage your running because it's also about managing your life. And so, as a Myers-Briggs, my personality, I'm a ENTJ in Myers-Briggs, and I'm a DI in my DIS. So I really I had to get okay with. You don't have to go big.
Tell me what we had. Tell the people and me.
What I
Read
mean is
your
that
book, so I know.
It's okay to run a mile. It's okay to get up every day and walk a mile. This one woman I had run into who had stopped running, I gave her a challenge, and I'm so proud of her. Sonia, she's running. I said, well, why don't you just run a mile every day for the next 40 days? Just 1 mile. You don't get no credit for nothing else. You do anything extra, that's this extra 1 mile. And see if you can get that moving.
Mhm.
And I know she's fast. She likes to be fast. She won't cause any harm, injury to the body if she decides to run one fast for 1 mile, even if she does it every day. That's totally different than you trying to think that you're an elite runner and you don't have the staff, the money, the time. None of that to go along with it. And that's what happens. We're all recreational runners. We're
Okay.
not being paid. We all recreational runners.
Okay. I'm
We
gonna
all
ask you a few questions in the chat because they asked them like as soon as we logged on, but I just want you to tell us a
okay.
little bit first. But Blissful K asked, and some of these you might have asked at least partial of the answers to the questions. But anyway, she says, "What are your recommendations on preparing if you aren't a runner? What's your favorite marathon that you have run or want to run?"
Uh, my favorite, let me tell you, my favorite marathon is always the one I'm headed to. So my favorite
Okay.
marathon is going to be the Boston, the
Mm-hmm.
2026 Boston Marathon. It's going to be my favorite one.
I love it. I
The,
love it. Great
the
answer.
marathon I'm about to run is always the favorite.
That is a great answer.
Well, I shouldn't say that because I'm ready to run the Marine Corps this weekend.
And is that a marathon as well? Do you
Yes, the
always run
Marine Corps
marathons?
Marathon. That's going to be their 50th anniversary. So that is going to be my special one. And that is my first one too. So I'm
Oh, okay.
excited about that. That
Okay.
was
That
my
make okay your first
and
one.
so I'm running the 50th this year.
Is it in DC? Where is it?
It goes from DC to Virginia.
Okay.
Now, if you DM me, I have a planner sheet that I would if you DM me on Facebook, just send me this private message me yeah on Facebook. I'll send you the link to get this I'll send you a copy of something you can use to get started with, because that's the easiest thing to do, because it's not like ABCDEFG. It's a process. Running is a process. And then I think, and that's what happens. You just think you go out and run, but it's a process, and the process is depending on where you are at the time. If you've never run before, forget about running, just start walking. Could you just walk? This Can you get consistent with walking, and then you can get to the next step.
Katora asks, is Sydney new to the list, not the original six?
Yeah, Sydney's new. Sydney was just added last year.
Oh,
They're looking at adding Cape Town and maybe Singapore. Cape Town may be the eighth, and then Singapore. They may be nine. But yeah, Sydney is brand new. It's number 7. But the World Classics are the 6 that I named.
okay. World Classics. That's what they're
The
called.
World Classics, yeah.
Now she says, which medal is the best?
You want to know the best medal I've ever gotten
Tell
was
me.
from Little Rock, Arkansas. Let me see if I can show y'all this medal. Girl, this was a medal of a medal. Let me see if I can get this medal down. All 50 of my medals up here for the 50 states. Little Rock, Arkansas.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
I don't even know if they're doing this kind of medal anymore. That's the medal.
Let's see. Oh, look at that. Runalicious. That is a pretty
That
one.
was a Little Rock. That was March of 2017.
That is a medal. Yes.
That's a medal.
Yes.
That was a medal. Little Rock, Arkansas. That was a medal. That was truly a medal.
That is good thing they give you that at the end of the marathon because you can't.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't even know if they're still doing that anymore. Maybe someone who I have to
Well,
ask.
I'm glad you caught it because
I'm wondering if they're doing it, have them that large anymore after the pandemic.
I like it. That definitely seems like it makes it at least partly all worth it. Oh, somebody is asking. Yvette is asking, how do I get started when I'm over 50 and overweight?
That's where I started, Yvette. Over 50 and way overweight. Way overweight. Yvette, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be really transparent. I only will acknowledge 250 pounds, but I was probably bigger. and I'm only 5'5". So, I was, so in event, I think you have, like I said, we talk about your personality, you have to be kind to yourself. Just love yourself where you are, right here, right now, and take it one day at a time. Don't just take it one day at a time. You have to start with walking, and like I said, just build a consistency. But you have to be kind to yourself, and just get out the get out the view of everybody else. And Yvette, one thing I'm known for, I go all out for my outfits to run in. I said, I might be slow, but I'm gonna be cute. I might not be as fast as y'all, but I'm gonna be cute. Everybody gonna know I'm out there. So you bet they have, your size has nothing to do with it. You can still, and that's why I say, let's run for fun. You have to have fun. You have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy yourself where you are. And at that time, and just keep moving forward, and you'll be fine. You're perfect just the way you are. Just keep moving forward. Move the body. It's healthier. It's cheaper than medication. So keep moving. Just don't stop moving. Just and be happy with where you are. You know, get some cute outfits and just stretch your stuff, girl.
Mhm. And then you can DM her and you can get her
Yeah, you can see her and get this on you.
and she can give you some tips.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Now, Sweetwater says, How did you protect your knees from injury after starting running later?
Um. Now, okay. First of all, there's also diet. If you have to have the proper diet, and if you're over 50, you're over your menopause, there are things you have to put into your diet. You may need supplements. You need to go to a doctor. You need to figure that out about yourself. But I find this is, and I may be, through my running partner, I find that the problem with people having problems with their knees and running, it's more, the idea is that they're trying to put more on their body than their body can handle at the time. Trying to go too fast, trying to do too much, trying to do too often. Sometimes you think it may be the running, but you have a life too. You have a life. You have life, and all that is included in what you're doing. So sometimes it's not, I've not really had what I said, knee issues from running. If it's usually a lack of exercise, and you're not bending your knees, you're not squatting, you're not, you know what I'm saying, you're just not working the body, you're not moving the body. And now you're not moving your body, you go from not moving your body to, oh, I want to run. Everything should be hurting.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
every 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 part of you should be hurting. Yours happen to be your knees. Some people it's their backs. Some people it's their shoulders. Some people it's their hips. You know, and and it's not so much an age thing. It's how much you're putting on your body all totally. If like I say, we're recreational runners. We have lives. We do other things. We have other things we do. We have stress, we have pressure, we have a lot of things that we do, and all that goes into your mechanics of moving your body. And you just think, oh, it's just the running. That's why I really do believe I use a walk run. And so I don't run, like continuously run. I do a walk run in all of my running. And I recommend anyone who I coach to do a walk run. That little break on the body makes a big, big difference, especially if you go on the distance. You talk about 26.2 miles. That makes a big
And I
difference.
can tell the difference even with myself. And I think, like you said, be kind to yourself and my running journey, if you will. I get mad at myself some mornings when I'm like, why am I not running today? Yesterday I ran the whole 5 miles. Why today I'm walking, running 2 miles and walking the last mile? What's happening? But
Nothing, nothing. Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Nothing's happening. And I think that's why there's been situations you may have heard, like you hear some runners who are very young that get across some of these finish lines and have heart attacks. They're pushing their bodies past where their bodies are ready to go sometimes
Mm.
if they don't have any fixed physical energy. But there's nothing wrong. It's this, your bodies give you a signal that, so you did 5 yesterday. That was yesterday. Maybe the body's not ready for 5 today. And
Walk
it's
your
okay.
2 miles, girl.
It's, it's okay. Guess what? Mojo, you're not being paid to run.
You have to remind me. You got to.
Oh,
I think it's a blessing in disguise that my watch, my iPhone, my Apple Watch broke because I used to be, man, what, yesterday I ran this time and today I'm only running like
yes,
that
yes.
thing is broke. And I'm like, I'm outside. Maisha, you are outside. It's fine. But it's a battle for real with myself. And you're right.
Yeah,
Because I'm the only person I run by myself. Ain't nobody out there with me who I'm battling with. Let's go outside.
yourself. That's right. That's why I said, know thyself. Chapter 2 of my book, know thyself. You all ahead. That's the head is a bad neighborhood full of ants.
You're right. The head. You're right. Now, Yvette says, now that it's getting cold outside, what should her goal be? Girl, I'm outside even when it's cold, 40
I
degrees,
am
30
too.
degrees. I'm
Matter
outside.
of,
I put on a vest and some gloves and a hat and a layer and some warmers.
that's right. It's matter of fact, it's help is healthier to run outside as long as it's not too cold when it's freezing.
Yeah, I don't really go under 20 if I can, but like 30,
Yeah,
40, I'm outside.
yeah,
I
30,
put my
40,
warmers in my gloves. I put the hat on. Yeah, I go.
15 warmers if you can. But everybody's different. So
You're right.
you have to pay attention to your body. And it may be that you have to ease into, if you've always been inside and you never gone outside, you may have to ease into
Mm-hmm.
getting the body adapting to the cold. You know,
Right.
if you're in the New York area, people in New York walk around all the time. Y'all outside walking up and down. They walk. They in all kinds of weather. Got this stuff on, hats. You may have to adjust your body. May need some adjustment time to adjust to the cold weather. And don't and so I would suggest that even if, see, don't poo poo on walking a block or walking 10 minutes until the body adjusts and coming back in. Don't poo-poo on that, because sometimes everybody's body circulates differently. Some people get real hot, some people get real cold, some people extra cold. We're all so different. So you have to figure out where you are with your coldness. Some people get so cold they can't manage it. And sometimes you may need to go to the doctor to make sure that you don't have any, you may have something going on with your blood or low iron. That's why you should always get tested to make sure to have your blood tested, because you may need a low iron, who knows. But you have to be kind to yourself and give your body a chance. It's just, and I don't know how much time. People say, well, how long will it take? It's going to take as long as your body needed to take.
Love that advice. That is some good stuff. So true. So now let's see. So now we talked about how you got there, where you are now, and all of the 50 marathons. How many marathons? You said 130 marathons.
No, stop it. I did 60. I've
Okay.
completed 61 marathons.
61 marathons, but it's Boston's 130th anniversary. I just got all the numbers.
Yeah, you got all the numbers.
Tied up. So I know you're going to get into it, but I don't want to leave the session without you telling the people about your lovely book. I've read it, so I'm trying not to ask you all of the questions in it because I know some of the answers, but can you share with the people a little bit about your book that you've written and what's in here and what they can find?
Oh, the name of the book is "You Think You Can't Run a Marathon? Think Again." And I wrote this book right after I finished running the 50 states. Okay. And so it was 2019, and I wrote the book with in mind that so many people want to run a marathon and they think that they can't because they're looking at the elite runners and thinking that they're supposed to run single digits, but that's really just not how it works. You just it's a process, and through the book is to it's not a training plan, my book, because there's 50 million training plans out there, and you have to figure out which one works best for you. And the disadvantage for us as if the females, look like I almost see females on the line, is that there's not been a lot of research in the area of running for women. Women have the first woman was what 1972. Not until the title could we even run. We wasn't even allowed to run.
Mm.
And the woman Susan Switzer, who ran the Boston, she ran as a male. She at that so she was a male, was trying to kick her off the course. So we weren't even allowed to run. So there's not enough research done to really in some of these training plans to accommodate accommodate women. This is in my opinion. So we have to be much more conscious about our bodies and how our bodies have to move and what we need to do.
Okay.
So in my book, it really goes through the process of more or less is also running as a mindset, understanding who you are, know thyself. That's why I put that in chapter 2. Because when you'll become, we say, your race, your pace. When you
Okay.
know yourself, you have to be okay with it and you have to work through it. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. If you're a kind of person like everything fast,
Mm-hmm.
trying to tell you to slow down, it's going to be like talking to a wall. It's going to take, you're going to have to work at it. I mean, like consciously work at it.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, you won't go out because you have to be zero a hero. You can't, you know
Okay.
what I'm
Like
saying?
that one zero here. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you have to be able to see to work through your ebb and your nice little clean balance so that you have fun. You enjoy it when you go out. It doesn't have to hurt. It really doesn't have
Yeah.
it really doesn't have to
Some of
hurt.
it starts out hurting, but not too like, sometimes my foot might hurt or the side.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
find once I keep going at it, and I don't mean like this excruciating pain, but it's a little uncomfortable,
yeah. No,
uncomfortability.
no, no. I don't mean hurt in that way. You're gonna be sore if you're
Right,
gonna run and you ain't did. I don't care what exercise you do. When you first get
right,
started with exercising, everything may hurt. But I mean the process of you continuing should not hurt.
right.
That you don't want to get up the next day or that's how people get burnout. The process should not hurt. The process should be a process of joy and feeling good
Mm-hmm.
and happy with where you are and happy and moving at the pace that you're moving at. That's what I'm talking about, not how the physical body is going to feel. When you exercise anything, I don't care what you do, whether you're going to get on the road, whatever you're going to decide to do, even if you're walking, the body's going to ache if that's not something you've done. That's normal, the soreness or whatever. But you shouldn't go where the process hurts. Like, oh my God, I got to get up in the morning again to go to walk. Oh my, like you said, I'm looking at my watch. I'm fine. How much 5 minutes?
Mm-hmm. Mad at myself. Ain't nobody out there with me.
And then you upset and you mad, then you don't do nothing, and then after a while you make 3 days, you beat up on yourself for the rest of the week, and the next month, and it
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to hurt. You
So
just
since we're talking about the process, I'm not going to tell people all of the things in your book, but I do love in your book, there's a part where you talk about the rhythm of running and how, like you said, you have to find what your body is telling you in your own rhythm. And I'm not going to say what they are, but you do like almost like personalities, like you have a running
yes,
style.
personality.
I love
Uh-huh.
that you describe what your running style is. So y'all get this book because it's really
Mhm.
interesting. And just because you know how it's almost like how some people are introverts, some people are extroverts.
Extroverts
That's
to the
how you
running style.
describe your running style in it and how the different styles are. But
Yeah.
in that vein, I was wondering, are there any stories in your 60 something marathons? Do you have any moments that stood out for you that you want to share with the people? Like when this happened, this was like, do you have any of those that you would share?
Yeah, there are a couple because when you see, there's one thing to you going outside to run. Oh, I'm going outside, I'm going to run. Another thing to race.
Mm.
I race.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Racing is not free. Running outside, free.
It's free.
Racing, no, 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 not free. So, I do remember one situation where and you go to some races and some of those runners are really fast. And I call 'em, I'm a back end runner. That means that I run double digits,
Mm-hmm.
and zero is not a digit. I just want you to know. So I'm in the back of the pack. So if you go to a race, and you have to understand the nomenclatures of races too. Some of them, some of the people that are so fast, you probably shouldn't even go to that race. You should probably be getting that because you're gonna be way too far in the back. And so what happened this one race, I think it was in Kansas City, and me and this other guy and another woman was in the back. She got ill, so she dropped out, and it was just he and I. Now all the other races were very, very fast, but that was not the cutoff time. And so we were still in time for the cutoff time, but all the other race runners were so much faster that like
Mm-hmm.
they
The
didn't want to
cutoff time to see, right?
keep the police officers out there for us. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to keep them out there either. But we were so determined. I was with an older runner, and he was so irritated until it took him so. I had to detach from him because he got so flustered that they was trying to put him off the course, and instead of him concentrating, let's just get to the finish line.
That mind thing is
That
real.
mind was
Yeah.
crazy. And I realized that then that how I had to that how I was pleased with myself that I was able to recognize and detach and just push on, this
Yeah.
leave it. And instead of us, because the two of us together, we probably would have pushed through faster because it
Mm.
was the two of us. But I just
Have to
I couldn't
disengage.
handle all the negativity. It was what it was. They couldn't pick up the mat. They gave us the cutoff time. It's not my fault that all them people were fast.
That's right. That's
and
right.
so that's what happens. So that is when you that is the one thing I can say is that when you race, and you need to understand the environment of a race. There's some races, if you like me, if you're back and running, that's not a race you need to do.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
You
That
have to recognize
yeah,
it.
because then you beat up on yourself because you say, "Oh, something wrong with me. I'm just blah, 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 blah." No, they were all too fast.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They were just way too
How
fast.
about that? I like that. I like
Way
that. Ben. They were way too
slow.
fast.
I had to cut off and run. They were
Nice and
way
easy. That's my style. Nice and easy. Yeah.
nice and easy. Yeah.
Now I have to ask you because we met in church through church. How does your spirituality play a part in your running or wanting to run or keeping you going? Does that play a role?
Yeah, I stay prayed up. Matter of fact, my Sunday school cast, they keep me prayed up. Everybody know to pray me up. Listen, and y'all out there who praying, y'all pray me up because I ain't got nothing. I don't care how cute it look. I ain't got it. Y'all keep praying here. I call this grace and mercy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love it. I
That's
love
why I'm
it.
trying to push through to Boston. So when I put my fundraiser page, y'all go there because I'm trying to push through to Boston.
Yes, let me know. I
Because
will definitely put
yeah,
you on.
because it's grace and mercy. Anything could change. I'm a master runner. Anything could change. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep myself
Mhm.
whole if between now and April 21st because no matter what, I can't get injured. Nothing can because I still have to pay the charity $12,500. Whether I hurt a knee, break a leg, whatever, you still got to pay.
For
And
the for the Braille Marathon for that one?
for all the charities, you still have to
Okay.
pay your charity.
Okay. Okay.
Doesn't matter what happens. And there's a cutoff for Boston. You have to make the cutoff in order to make the 6 stars. There's a cutoff time for the 6 stars. So you
And when I
have
was talking to you in the summertime, you said you were gonna make it. So you made it.
no. You're a little confused.
I
I
am.
was
That's all
trying to
right. Hold
run.
on.
I was trying to run Boston on my legs. See, you can
Mhm.
run bus either you have to have the cash, you
Mhm.
have to have the body skills.
Okay. Okay.
And I was trying to run it
Fool
on
me.
my
Fool me.
on my legs. They say
Uh-huh.
run it on your legs. That means
Uh-huh.
you have to be fast. So they have timing criterias depending
Uh-huh.
on your age. And so I was trying to run a race that I'm nowhere near the speed because, like I said, I run double digits, zero ain't no digit, and so I had to run faster. But I thought this race, I thought it was running a downhill, which would have gave me more time. So I was trying to run it on my legs. I did not make it on my legs. So now all I had left is charity.
Okay, okay.
So
Thank
that's how.
you. School
Yeah,
of people. We don't know about the
yeah,
marathon life.
yeah.
Okay,
So you had to for Boston, you have to apply for charity. So I applied
okay.
for 3 charities. One turned me down. They said no. We have so many applicants. They be real nice. We have so many applicants. I'm so sorry we couldn't.
Mhm.
And then the National Braille Press just sent me an email today at 5 o'clock. So
Oh,
5 o'clock today.
so that's what you mean when you make so yeah. So now that will allow you to run the Boston Marathon.
Yeah, that'll give me a bib because you have to get a bib once you finish raising the money. Um, you have until March,
Mhm.
and um, and if you don't, they'll take it out of your credit card that you have to put on file. This is a
Oh
contract.
wow,
Like
that's
I said,
huge.
racing is not free. It's not free. But running is, but racing is not.
Gotcha.
So this is a lifetime dream. So
All
uh,
right. Well, I was gonna ask you what your next goal or aspiration was, but this is your lifetime dream here. So it's perfect.
yeah. No, my the one thing I want to do after I do the 6 stars, I want to run an Ironman. I want to do an Ironman.
The Iron Man, is that what it's called?
The Ironman, the swim, bike, and run.
Yeah. Okay.
140 is called the 140 miles total. It's a 2.4 mile swim, 112-mile bike, and the 26.2 mile run.
Now, as far as you know, you think you're just gonna keep on running like Forrest Gump? You just gonna keep on running? Do you have a you
No,
don't
no,
have like an end point? You're just gonna keep making these different goals for yourself, you think?
no. I just saw a woman who was 80 years old who came across the Kona Ironman.
Mm-hmm.
And we say in running, we say your goal is to cross the line straight up. That means not in the medical tent because you can be on the ground and they can be pulling you
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
across the line
Yeah.
straight up. And she finished straight
130
up.
miles, maybe so. Yeah. Okay.
So um, I'm excited about I'm excited about joining. I'm excited about becoming an arm man.
All right.
I don't know if I can. I think it's going to be about 2 years of training.
That's all right. It seems like you got it in you, so
We'll see.
I believe it. I believe it to be true.
We'll
So
see.
we're
Don't,
coming.
don't y'all stop praying here.
No, no, we're not gonna do that. So we're coming to the end of the hour. I know I try to only keep the people 45, 55 minutes, but is there anything that you want to mention to people that I didn't ask you? Any kind of tips you want to leave to people for people who are thinking about running or already running and just need something to keep them going? How do they find their mojo in running?
Uh, you know, I think you're going to find your mojo by being grateful that you can move your body. You're going to find your mojo in gratitude.
Mhm.
You're going to find your mojo in gratitude. You have to just be grateful about whatever you can do, however you can do it, and don't do and stay out of the comparison game and looking at this one. I mean, you want it's always good for you to have like, oh, I see this one. Oh, she did this. I think I can do that. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But you want to temper it with um making sure that you stay grounded with where you are and you're happy with who you are and who you're becoming. And
Okay.
as it's a process, and it's not a microwave. It's just not a microwave.
You have great sayings. I love it. It's
It's
not a
not a microwave. Y'all trying to microwave yourself through this, and this microwaves are painful. They burn. They hurt.
Mhm.
But if you think of yourself as a process, and it's a process, and love yourself just where you are, that's the thing, and just move. And especially the woman who said she was overweight and have to move, you just do what you can where you are right now. And
Mhm.
if you keep doing it day in, day out, on and off, day in, day out, day in, day out, I guarantee you, I promise you, you'll get better.
Yeah.
I can
Good
guarantee
boy.
you. I can guarantee you that. I can. I'll take that to the bank every time.
I can't agree with you more. Now, please tell the people where they can purchase your book, how they find you when they're trying to donate to your charity. What we need to do.
um, First of all, you can get my book on Amazon. It's on Amazon. Roz Kelly, Kelley. If you think you can't run a marathon, think again. It is on Amazon, and you can private message me. The link isn't up yet. Like I said, this is hot off the press. You are the first people that even know that I got into Braille because it happened at 5 o'clock today. I got the
Right.
email. So the site isn't up for the National Braille, but feel free to private message me in Facebook, and I'll share the link with
What's your
you.
Facebook name?
Roz Kelly.
That's it. Just Roz Kelly
Roz
with an
Kelly. Yeah.
EY.
And
Okay.
you see me with some big curly hair. I'm gonna change
Okay.
that eventually.
That's wonderful. You do all of the things. They know how the brown girls rock out. All right.
so that's it. So
All right. Well, thank you for joining. Thank everybody else for chiming in as well and joining and paying attention and asking some great questions. If y'all
yeah, and if they have any questions, DM me, ask me a question. I mean, I'm really transparent. I mean, like I'll share with you what I know.
and if
Um,
people are looking for, it sounds like people, me maybe soon, might need a running coach. Can they
Coaching,
contact you for that
yeah,
as
you
well?
can contact me for that too. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
my joy. Yeah.
Okay. We all thank y'all for well, thank you, Sharon. She said another great session today. I
Thank
find
you.
rides every Monday and Friday around 11:30. Vicky says
She was what she said. She did
she
what?
finds you every Monday and Friday around 11:30. That's what she said.
Okay, yes. Oh,
Yeah,
she doesn't do my Wednesday, so I'll see you Friday, Vicky.
Friday it is, and I will see you all next Monday here at 8 p.m. EST with another great cocktail and another great conversation to help you find your mojo. Have a great week, everybody. We started off right with this great conversation. So
Yeah,
enjoy. Take care of yourselves. It was lovely talking to you all, and especially you, Roz. Thank you
yeah.
so much
Thank
for all your
you for
gems you
inviting me.
dropped today. Yes, yes. I look forward to talking to you again soon.
Okay.
All right. Take care. Great luck with everything you're doing.
Thank you.
All
Thank you.
right.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night.